The Leg It podcast is sponsored by Montrex. Montrex is a cutting-edge sportswear brand empowering athletes across the world, built to enhance performance and give you confidence to go the extra mile. They've got some of the most incredible products at montrex.com. There is a link below this video. Click the link and at checkout, enter the code LEGIT for 15% off your order. That's LEGIT, all one word. Everything from jackets, cargo pants, gym tops, t-shirts, running jackets, running pants. Everything is on their website, and they sponsor some of the most incredible athletes. Everything from UFC fighter Leon Edwards and a good friend of the podcast, boxer Jazza Dickens. So click the link below, use the code LEGIT at checkout for 15% off your order.
Right, we got this.
Right, welcome to the Leg It podcast. It's me, Jordan Neild.
Yeah. Sorry lads, me Andy Grant and we have Luke Willis.
To return us.
Boom.
Yeah, good to be back. Thanks for having me, boys.
Just sit back wherever, lad. Just get comfy, lad.
Yeah, man.
We got you back on, lad, because of we're trying to push the part twos anyway. We have like a Patreon page where people pay like to support us.
Yeah.
And they go on there early, but also just on the back of your big performance the other week that we were there. So as soon as that happened, we were like, we're getting them back on.
Yeah, no, it's good to be. When you messaged me, you said go back. I was like, I love speaking to you. You know what I mean? Do you know what it is? You speak sense, and you give an honest opinion of what you see. So I like that. So and plus, she's a fucking sad. You know what I mean? So I've got all the time in the world for you.
Lad, it was on that night, lads. I mean, there's so many things to talk about, but like we just saying off air then, lad, it was in the bag, you know what I mean? You schooled him. But what I will say, lad, is I was fucking shitting myself, lad.
I see, this is why I like you, because he's a Scousers.
But Big Jordan's a lot more on it with the boxing. And he was like, lad, it's done. But I was just like, oh, lad, are you fucking sure? Do you know what I mean? I think because it was an invested interest in you, do you know what I mean? And I was just like, I know he has, but like, you sure?
Just ring the fucking bell.
You know what I mean?
That's boxing though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, do you know what it is? It was a fight where he was dangerous. You know what I mean? So that's why if he weren't like a big puncher or he weren't, you wouldn't have been that nervous. You'd be excited. But he was a big puncher and he was a threat all the time in there, and he was always looking every second to knock me out. So that's probably why. Yeah. He was a bit nervous, like, but I know me. I've always knew me for years. I'm not chinny. I can fight. I just choose to box because that's what comes natural to me. I can fight naturally, but why am I going to box? Why am I going to fight a kid who can't box? You know? So I'm going to box him. You know what I mean? I'm going to box him. He can't box. All he can do is fight. So I'm going to stand there and fight and give it to him his hands. You know what I mean? I done what I said. You know what I mean? I kept it simple. I schooled them. It's boxing, not fighting.
To be fair, mate, around us, even like neutral people, like people were impressed with what they were seeing, and we know we've just been saying about Chris Lloyd, Darren Barker, and people like that. I think you spoke, as you said on your Instagram, you spoke about what you can do, but I think on the night you just sort of put it into action, really.
Do you know, the shows though, like this Instagram and social media, like loads of people are always putting shit up, and they're always trying to look. That's not me. I'm just speaking my truth, you know what I mean? If my life's not going good, I'll say, your life's not going good, you know what I mean? It's shite, or I don't put up on Instagram I can play footy, or I'm boss at fucking tennis or golf, because I'm not, you know what I mean? But I'm good at boxing, you know what I mean? And I'll forever believe in myself. That's my biggest strength, my self-belief, because I know I've sparred world champions, I've sparred British champions, I've sparred quality people, all through my amateurs. I've boxed, I've been around top gyms, and not once have someone said to me, swerve it. You know what I mean? The only time someone said to me, swerve it, is because my life's not going good. You know what I mean? So when my life's going good, you know what I mean? Boxing goes good. So you say, happy fighter's a dangerous fighter.
You've, I mean, it's something, you know, self-belief, confidence, skill, natural ability, whatever you want to call it. Lad, it takes something to say something, but then do it.
On that stage as well, because obviously you'd not been at that stage.
No, and just to say it, lad, and then do it. I think that's what I put on Instagram. I was like, he said he's going to do it, and he's just done it. Yeah. It was like special to see that, lad.
Yeah, it's just a start for me, though. This is just a start for me. You know what I mean? Like, I went into on the fight week, the media day on a Wednesday. I went in seeing I forget his name, man. shit with names. But the lad from Matchroom, he signed, he's a proper cool kid. And he said, good to see you, Luke. And I said, he said, he's not going to see me again, you know what I mean? I said, just to start this, lad, you know? Get used to seeing my face more often, you know what I mean? And I don't think everyone's just like, what, you're a bit confident, like, I know. I'm going to beat this kid, you know what I mean? I felt like I got brought in to get beat, you know what I mean? Not like in a horrible way, but more of a favour to him. Not a favour to me, you know what I mean? I don't want any favours, I've never had any favours in boxing, you know what I mean? But that's what I felt like I might be in the home corner, you know what I mean? I might be in my backyard, but all the cards are on his side, you know what I mean? That's what I felt like, and regardless, I don't care. Whether it was Charlton, Willis Charlton, I was the away fighter, it's all...
I was going to say, did it not bother you? Because you were just like, so, I don't care whether they think it's a gimme, they think it's... I don't give a fuck what they think.
It's a fucking relevance.
Yeah.
All that outside shit is irrelevant, because at the end of the day, that bell goes, it's just you and him. And that's why you can't be a liar in boxing. Because if you are, you get found out in that ring. You know what I mean? So who you are outside that ring, when you get in the ring, that's... You get exposed. You know what I mean? So this is why I don't say, oh, I'm gonna knock him out in the first time, because you don't know. But I'll tell you what I can do. I'm gonna fucking school you. You know, because I know and stick to me boxing, stay focused. You don't get named. I know that for 100%. But if I end up landing and I see blood and I see you gone, I'm gonna fucking throw it on you. But if it's on, I'm gonna stick to me boxing.
I think that we'll pick the bones out of the fight more and more, but I think what was interesting for me is that's the first time you've been around like a fight, apart from Barcelona, but like an actual fight week, do you know what I mean? Where you've got commitments and you've got, you know, you've got to be...
You know what I mean? It was sort of like, wow, this is it. You know what I mean? This is, it's not the big time, but it is, you know what I mean? Like, from where I've come from. Made my debut in Robin Park in Wigan. You know what I mean? And in a 4-rounder, and at Victoria Warehouse, Lee Sports Centre. They're the shows I was used to fighting on, you know what I mean? I remember Steve Woods come back and he got a show in the Olympia, and I was buzzing, because I was like, it's in the Olympia, you know what I mean? That like when we were doing all like the media, like, don't get me wrong, as good as it was, I didn't really, when I turned pro, even when I was a kid before I turned pro, when I first turned pro, that was the shit I dreamed of, you know what I mean? Not the fame, but like the attention, you know what I mean? That like...
recognition for what you're doing.
You know what I mean? And when I was actually doing it, I was like, as much as I'm enjoying it, you know what I mean? And that, but this is not what I wanted.
Yeah.
I want that. And I've realised that over the past year or so, because I've matured a lot, and I've realised like this is irrelevant, because this is just all fun and games. In that ring, it's serious, and that's what I want. I want to be. That's what I am. I've realised over the past year or two. I've always knew it, but I've realised it. I'm a winner. You know what I mean? That's what I do. I win, regardless. I don't fight for you to entertain you. Say the fight was boring, or it was shit and sad, but who won?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I go home to my kids and my birds, and
that's the mindset you've got to have. Because if you were to come out and like fought his fight just because you're all your mates are there, or you're like, right, I need to knock him out to look good in front of everyone, then, you know, and you lose, then what? Do you know what I mean? But it just defeats the whole point of you pushing to get where you wanted to be.
Was it dangerous though to did you feel like, again, I know you're so self-confident in your ability, but was there any point where the stage, you know, in Liverpool, the echo, everyone's bouncing, was there any bit where you did think any pressure to put on a show?
There was pressure, I felt it. I was nervous. We weighed in and all that, got me scran and all that. Then the night I was like, big fucking fight for me, this, you know what I mean? It's like, not even like that, it was, they were saying it was an English title eliminator, but it weren't, it was a British, you know what I mean? So I'm like, it's a British title eliminator, all I've wanted was a British title, you know what I mean? And this is my time, you know what I mean? Like, everything said and done, I've done the work, now it's time to go, and I was nervous, and then on a day, seeing all like the Smith brothers, all Kid Shamrock, and everyone, Eddie in, Matchroom, all kind of been there, everyone stage, you people, you watch on IFL and you watch on, like, I'm a bit starstruck, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm like, I watch all yous all the time, you know what I mean? Now I'm here, I'm a part of it, you know what I mean? So there, it was nervous more being there, you know what I mean? Not about the fight. Yeah. Then when I got to the arena, I got up, I swear to God, all my nerves went. I was just so focused and confident on getting a job done. That was it. Everything else is irrelevant. All my pressure come off me. It was just like signing, I've got one person focused on for 9 weeks. Whatever I've been doing in the gym with Steve, JJ and Dava, I've got to do it here. That's it.
Yeah.
Simplified it, and that's all it was.
I guess because boxing's not new to you, it was just that's new to you, isn't it? It's just that all them commitments is what's new.
It's just doing interviews while you're making weight and press conferences and media days, and it's doing it with people who you watch all the time, you look up to. You know, it's like a kid who's I'm old now, I'm 30, I'm not old, but it's like a 30-year-old watching Liverpool Football Club all his life, and then finally getting a chance to go and play with,
Yeah.
As I do, lads, seeing in the rotunda, lads, seeing Karen now, lad, I'm mates with him, but I still think, fucking hell, that's Jamie Carragher. Do you know what I mean? And
you'll never get rid of that little boy in you. You know what I mean? That's the child in you who looks up to someone. You know what I mean? That's what I feel like when we see Eddie and see Tony all the time. Every time I saw Tony last week, and so wow, you're my manager. You know what I mean? But over the years, it's half like you're manifesting. You want something so bad and you think you deserve it. And it's not even that. I think if you're doing the right things in your life, you're being actually a good person and you're going down the right road, the stars will align and you will get what you deserve. But if you're being a cunt, you're being you're not being a nice person, and you're doing sneaky shit and you're not being true to yourself, then it won't.
Catches up what you've done.
Yeah, it does karma. It's karma, whether you want to believe in this, that or the other, but that's what, I've had my fair share of karma because I've been a cunt. You know what I mean? And I've realised, you have to take a good look in the mirror and you go, nothing's working for me. Why is it not working? Because you're that person. So I will change your ways, you know what I mean? And that's what I think, I was sitting there with Tony and I was like, wow, you're my manager. Mad. It's just mad. I remember Tony, he had the WBC cruiserweight and he was going down to Nosey Vale just before I made my debut. And I turned up at Nosey Vale to drop some tickets off for my debut. And he was in the car park at the same time I was coming. I was like, I've got a picture somewhere, I can't find it anyway. But I said, I said, get a picture, look, he's a world champion, you know what I mean? He's got the WBC, and I said, get a picture, so I got a picture of him, like, do you think 5 years ago that he'd be managing me now, you know what I mean? So it's just, it just shows you that, like, just planting seeds in your head, you know what I mean? And if I had the thought 5 years ago that everything I've got now, you know what I mean, I'd be like, I believed it, but I mean, like, it's too far away, you know, it's too much, where now, everything's happening where, like, I've always believed I could be British champion, you know what I mean? Now I believe I will be, you know what I mean? Because it's touching distance now, you know what I mean? I've done the work and it's climbing the ladder and I'm halfway up the ladder now, you know what I mean? What
was Tony like with you in terms of the week? Because obviously it was new to you. Was he sort of in your ear or was he just leaving you to be? And
Tony's confidence in my ability, so I don't think he needs to. He's not one of them people to smudge you. You know what I mean? He got me the opportunity, and he as he said on Twitter, it was a calculated risk.
I've seen that.
You know what I mean? And it was a calculated risk, and Steve rang me. I was asleep on the couch after a full week of work, and I woke up Friday and Steve rang me. I was half asleep and I was like, what's happening, lad? I was in the best of mood, you know what I mean? I was just like, fucking one of them weeks. And he said, lad, we're being offered Rylan Charlton here on the Josh Warrington undercard. Should we take it? And I was like, yeah. He was like, lad, he's made for you. He was like, people are saying we should take it, but I was like, yeah, let's go, you know what I mean? I didn't ask how much I was getting, what it was for. I was like, any opportunities come, I've got to take them. You know what I mean? I might have knocked them back. And Tony's rang me. He was like, look, it's a tough fight. You have to work hard, you know what I mean, but it's a fight you can win. And I was like, I know, so let's go. And I said, I won't let you down.
Yeah, I think he was talking about, what I found interesting, he was talking about Smith and Fowler, and he was saying he felt Shane had thrown Fowler to the wolves a little bit to see if he could swim, but he was saying, what I've done with Luke Willis is, you know, I've put him in with someone who can fight, but I'm not putting him in with this, like, you know, someone who's been at world level and he's been
The thing is with Rylan Charlton is, he's had, 9-10 fights You know what I mean? He's knocked a few out and he's dangerous, he's got potential. Where Beefy's got fights.
Yeah.
He's been world champion for Canelo, Munguia, the lot. You know what I mean? Liam Williams twice, the experience.
Yeah.
Where Fowler hasn't. You know what I mean? So that is not a calculated risk. That is a money grabbing risk.
Yeah.
Here's your money. You know what I mean? You're gonna take it, and it's more ego. Oh, I'm not knocking that back.
Yeah.
But a fighter will never knock it back. It's down to his manager and his coach to look after his fighter and guard him through. So that's where Tony's right.
Yeah, I
think Tony wouldn't throw me in now with who's a Linares. You know what I mean? Not a world champion, but he's been there. He's done it. You know what I mean? And he wouldn't throw me in, but maybe in 10 fights he would. You know what I mean? But I need that experience.
It's all about timing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all about timing, and it's all about being ready. Maybe these opportunities come for me 3 years ago, I wouldn't have been ready.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd have done well for the first half of the fight, and then the next half of the fight I wouldn't have been ready. But now I'm a lot more mature, and a lot. It's not like you need an ego in boxing, but you also need to put it aside at certain times. You know what I mean? To be smart.
Yeah.
It's a thinking man's sport, not a tough man's sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A tough man will get hit. You know
I think your fight was like personified that.
Yeah.
it
was a thinking
man. And it's boxing. It's not fighting.
Yeah.
If you want to be a fighter and you want to show you how tough you are, go to bare knuckle boxing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go and take the gloves off and go and cut each other open with your knuckles. You know what I mean? And show how hard you are. But I've got kids, so when I get home, I want to go and be able to speak to my kids, not stutter. You know what I mean? And
absolutely.
It's a dangerous sport, mate. Honestly, I don't think people realise how dangerous it is. Because they're watching on the telly, or they're watching on the outside, when you're in there, you're taking shots and that. It's dangerous, mate.
Mate, did it ever get personal between you in the week, do you think?
No. Do you know what, right? I said this to him after it, right? Because when I watched him against Joe Laws, and I love Joe Laws, I think he's a fucking boss kid, you know. He's a class kid, he's good for boxing, you know what I mean? He's got a good character, you know what I mean? But when he boxed Joe Laws, when he beat him and he was having his interview after it, you could see how happy he was, that Rylan Charlton. He was like, I felt it for him, because I wanted that, you know what I mean? I was sitting there with Mick Craig and I was like, this is like, lad, you know what I mean? I was like, good on you, you know what I mean? And I said to him after that, I was made up for you. Because, and I was like, he seems like a nice kid, you know what I mean? He doesn't seem like it seems like he knows who he is and he's not a knobhead, you know what I mean? But his manager, he was doing me fucking head in that, on the Twitter, going on one all the time. But when he was in Liverpool, the press conference started there like that.
Yeah.
I was like, so he put something on Twitter. He was like 6 weeks out of the fight and he was like, Charlton's coming to ice Willis, and I was like, okay, you need to hype the fight and all that. What the fuck are you talking to?
Yeah.
And that's what I said, lad, who are you talking to? You know what I mean? I said, Dad, keep that same energy when you see me. Right? And I said, next time you're in Liverpool, don't be fucking looking at your shoelaces. And he started, I was like, I had to ignore him in the end. I was like, I'm getting into Twitter arguments. You know what I mean? I can't be about that. And then, so I've ignored him, seen some shit he put up. But I thought, do you know what, right? Answer a lot of questions before. Confidence is silent, lad. Insecurity is a lad. And he knew. I said to him, lad, you've got your fight at school and you know it. You know what I mean? And you're scared now, because what it is, they thought they'd offer me the fight and I'd turn it down. You know what I mean? We offered Luke Willis the fight, he turned it down. No, lad, that's not me. You know what I mean? And then when you're telling me you come to ice me, you don't know my mindset, mate. That shit turns me on. You know what I mean? I'm meant to be up at 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm up at 6 o'clock now. You know what I mean? I was only meant to do one session today, I've done two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't understand my mindset, mate. Because I'm a slick boxer, doesn't mean I'm not ready for a fucking fight. And it just... Don't be wrong, I like that motivation, not hunger anyway, but just give me that extra little drive. I was like, who's he talking to?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You think you're going to come and knock me out? And then, on a fight week, he's there, literally, the media thing when we got to that deal in the hotel, first person we seen when we got up to the second floor, the elevator shut me and stay. There's that Dan Nigger right there. And I was like Dan, he's like, and I said, Dan, what are you little shit? You know what I mean? I was like, you're going to be like, so, got off. Just done everything and I thought I'm just going to fucking ignore them, you know what I mean? It's fucking no point in fucking wasting energy. So after the fight, comes over to me, Luke, well done. So grabbed his hand and I said, who's a fucking Ming now, lad? You know what I mean? Because he called me a Ming, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's a Ming now? I said, do me a favour, lad. I said, if you're going to be like that on Twitter, be like that in real life, I have more respect for you. You know what I mean? He was like, oh, it's just hyping the fights up and blah blah. I said, look, he said, look, you boxed a good game plan, and I couldn't be bothered arguing. And so, fair play, lad, you know what I mean? Good luck in the future, and just like, ignore my thoughts. Just shows you. You know what I mean? You're saying, innit? Social media is fucking, give everyone a fucking appointment. You just need to get a fucking good smack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You need a good fucking smack so you realise you fucking don't speak to everyone like that. Because I wouldn't speak to people like that.
He put Rylan Charlton in a bad position, though, I thought, because then he's going into the fight and he's like, not him, but his manager's told everyone he's going to knock this fella out. Like, this is... And,
I'm a monster, that 135.
So then he stood there and he's got to go and carry out someone else's words.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's just...
And as if the fight weren't hard enough anyway, his manager's now fucking wound you up even more.
He's just put fuel to me fire. You know what I mean? And the thing is, though, I can get where he's coming from, because some people let that affect them. You know what I mean? And some people are mentally weak. So that shit will live in their head. You know what I mean? And I get it, but I'm not mentally weak.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm not like that. I'm not saying I'm an hard case or anything like that, but I'm ready.
Stuff like that ain't gonna affect you.
You know what I mean? I'm ready. You know what I mean? And if you wanna, I'm not saying mate, it's boxing. It's a fight. We're both gonna be in that ring. You know what I mean? So I'll argue with someone on that thing, but only if you're doing it. Rylan Charlton is saying anything bad about me on my personal life, so why am I going to say anything bad about him? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not going to get paid anymore for it. You know what I mean? I don't gain anything from it, I'm just making a show of myself. And I've seen loads of people do that, make that mistake, start to make a bit of a name for themselves. Look at Wara Davis, for instance.
Yeah,
you know
he's gone now and he's...
Yeah, but look what he's done.
Yeah.
Everyone hates him.
I know,
you know
everyone hates him.
You know what I mean? And he might be a nice kid behind the cameras, you know what I mean?
It's this mad thing, isn't it? There's like this weird thing in boxing that you have to be, like, if you have to be controversial and you have to say mad stuff to,
that's
like,
my biggest
to get
pet hate
big
about
fights
boxing.
and stuff like that. But when you look, it does work to a certain extent. But when you look at the top, most of them don't do it.
People love it, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they love a heel. Yeah.
I always use the example of Callum Smith, and he just goes about his business. Like, he's unreal. Just goes about his business.
Smooth criminal, mate, isn't he? Hey, just look, Sean, good luck, blah blah. It doesn't need to, though.
No.
It doesn't need to, because everything he's got is already set in stone. So why do I need to make a show?
I think it's okay if that's who you are.
Yeah,
but it's when it's forced, when you're trying to be
and you're
something.
committed to that person, you know?
Yeah.
You stand by what you say. You don't say one thing and you're going to say another and you say another, because then that just shows you're just a fucking liar.
Yeah.
You know
just
what I mean?
Puppet, aren't
you're just a liar.
Yeah.
It's like if IFL or Boxing Social or something like that, they put up like Andy Grant's a boxer. You know what I mean? He's looking forward to the fights and he's training camp's going well. You're not going to really click on it, are you?
Yeah.
But if Andy Grant said he's going to fucking do this and he said, you know what I mean? He's going
Getting decapitated.
Yeah, you're going to like, sounds a bit mad, I'm going to have a look. You know? People love a dickhead.
It's weird.
And we're all guilty of it. It's like this YouTube shit. It's like, I can't help but click on it.
Get it off.
I hate it when I'm watching it. It's like, because I can't believe it's happening. You know what I mean? It's like, are you really about that? It's just society, innit? So people love drama. People love an argument and how it's going and controversy. So I'll have a bit of controversy, I'll have an argument, but it's got to be natural. You know what I mean? You've got to like...
Got to be distinct. You've got to be something.
I've got to mean what I say.
Yeah.
You know,
because I see when you two talk, like he said the throwaway lines of, I'm going to knock him out, and you sort of said the same thing.
Because that's who he is.
Yeah, but you said the same things, like, you know, Rylan Charlton doesn't scare me, but nothing was over the top with you. It was just like you believing in yourself.
We were speaking honestly. He genuinely thought he was going to knock me out, and I genuinely knew he weren't. You know what I mean? And that was just the top and bottom of it. And he said, he's not the worst boxer, I said in the press conference. I didn't want to tarnish him, you know what I mean, and put him down and say, you're a fucking shit boxer, you know what I mean? You're not the best boxer, not the worst boxer, no, the best boxer, but you can fight, you know what I mean? So, but I'm going to box your ears off. I'm going to show you levels. I box into it this big, you know what I mean? You probably come into this on a whim, because you can punch hard. Someone said, you need to get in the boxing gym, now you need to go back and learn. Now, I seen something up though, it was a bit of bad taste in his mouth, you know what I mean? I was like, do you know what though? I've seen it happen loads of times where people get beaten. They need to come up with an excuse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's ego, you know what I mean? They need to come up with this excuse, this reason for why they got beat. Because, you know, he's saying I ran away. Oh, Sam, mate.
Yeah, I seen that. He put a post up saying, give me a fight with people who don't run away or something.
That's all as yes men in his ears. Oh, he ran away, lad. You know, you don't want anything to do with you. Signing that was your job then to close me down and knock me out, like you said you was. Right, but I just jabbed your ears off. Yeah. Kept it simple and boring. Why didn't you knock me out? And you hit me with your best shots. He hit me with a big right hand. And I said, fuck, do it again, lad. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? He started to do it again. He hit me clean on the chin a few times. Hit me to the left. He couldn't.
Yeah. I think, as you say, like, we're going to talk about the fight, like, obviously round by round or whatever now, but for me, watching you with a vested interest, I wanted to see you get hit and then, you know, keep walking forward, because I thought, if you can do that, then suddenly he's like...
Because then you believe him.
Yeah, but he's like, what have I got to do?
You already know.
Yeah.
We know we've new to this, you know what I mean? But you want to see it in
like the big league shit.
You want to see it happen, you know what I mean? And you're like, Shannon, I believe in you.
Yeah.
I know you can, I know you are, but I want to see it with your own eyes.
So I think it happened in like the neutral corner. He hit you with one, and I said to you, I said, if that's not going to budge him, he's done. Like he's not gonna get to him now.
As I said to him, he said to me, I said at the press conference, I think this got to him a little bit. I'm not too sure. This is just my view on it. You know what I mean? But he was starting to intimidate me. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, you can't intimidate me, mate. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to knock you out, and all that. People will be like, oh. And then everyone saying it to him, but then they'd be like, shit, you know what I mean? He come back hard, he's a tank, he's coming down 2 weights and that. I said, lad, where's your evidence you're going to knock me out? You know what I mean? Like, if I've been dropped, been hit, or been dropped in sparring or whatever, then signed, you know, there's a bit of proof there. But I've never, ever been dropped. Never. Amateur, pro, sparring, fight, never. So where's your evidence? I'm tough, just don't need to show it. I'll show it when I have to. You know what I mean? Styles make fights. My style for that fight was the box. Maybe my next fight I'll have to fight. You know what I mean? Because someone might keep it long with me, and I have to win. I have to do whatever I have to do to win. I'm not asked about what's going on outside as long as I win. You know what I mean? Because that's the main reason I'm in there, to win, to get on to the next level.
Hey, with all this, before we go on to the fight, you know, with all this pressure around it, everything we spoke about so far, was you able to enjoy the ring walk and getting into the ring?
Yeah, I loved
the gambler.
Loved it. Don't get me wrong, your mind focused on the job, you know, but you know that you're going to be in there anyway. You know, you're going to get he's had this many fights as his name, you know, all that. But as you gain more experience, you realise that enjoy it, you know, soak it in, you know what I mean? But you always got, what I hate about like that, you always got to knock out behind you, going, you're going to have to walk now, you know. Say, man, shut the fuck up, lads, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm going to walk anyway, you know what I mean? Just trying to rush it, but they don't understand. That's their job.
Timing,
Just trying to do as they're told, you know what I mean? But as when I walked out, I just felt the energy, you know, the crowd stand up. It was more, don't get me wrong, boss walking in, I felt the energy in that, but I know everyone was nervous, you know what I mean? Because after it was when I walking back to when I was going to the doctor's room, and I got out the ring and I walking back, and everyone was joining. It was just like, it was just, it made me hair stand up on the back of my neck. You know, it's like, that was boss, that, you know, everyone like, hey, like a little superstar for a second, you know what I mean? And it's like, hey, but I'm not one of them. Just say it. I don't like to say I've got fans. I haven't got fans. I've got people who support me. Yeah. You know what I mean? You support me, you're not a fan. You support me, you're not a fan, are you? You know what I mean? It's like, if I made this example, but this is the only one I'll come up in my head, off the top of my head. My mate's got a cafe, and I go to that cafe all the time. Am I a fan of that cafe, or do I support it by going there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just helping my mate, so I'm not a fan of the cafe. I hate that term fan, because it separates.
I think you're playing yourself. I know what you mean. I think you are playing yourself for the service though, because people are supporting you, but also you're so super talented. People are a fan of you. Boxing as well.
I think you probably would.
I think you can be both.
I do get that, but it separates people. We're all the same.
Yeah.
You know?
I think
you're multi-billionaire. You're signing on. What's the difference? You know? You just live a richer lifestyle than them. You know? But at the end of the day, you might have better morals than that. A multi-billionaire.
When you got in there, I was watching your corner team, and they were just shouting constantly, "Your legs will win it," or "Your legs will win it." And we spoke to them a bit afterwards, and they were saying that, like, his legs will win it. And was that obviously the plan then? Just to
we knew that he's tough. We watched the Mark who fights. Watched a couple of us up. his Joe Law's fights, a couple of other fights, and we knew, right, he's not chinny. You know what I mean? He can take a shot and he can give one better. You know what I mean? So he's going to be there. We're not going to go looking for him. The only thing we've got on our side is that he hasn't done loads of 10 and 12 round fights, so he's going to be a little bit conscious about that as well. Like first 10 round. So we said, look, we're not here we're here to entertain, but we're not here to play our hands into the crowd and fight his fight. He's a fighter, we're boxers, you know what I mean? So we can box and fight, we mix it up, but how we going? So this is why you need a team, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you look at a fight like that, this is how we're going to win this fight, you know what I mean? We're going to win a fight we're going to make it as easy as possible for us, you know what I mean? Because you don't want to be having hard fights all the time, you know what I mean? You want say, because you're a boxer doesn't mean you have to get punched in the face all the time. You start blocking jabs with your head, you know what I mean? Yeah. Slip, make it look good, you know what I mean? Use your feet, so we just like, and naturally your legs are good, so we just work on my legs all camp, just legs. Do you know how hard it is to keep moving? 10 rounds
when your head's telling you to stop.
When someone's trying to take your head off, you know what I mean? It's hard.
I'm tired watching you, lad.
It's hard. Like people say, was you sore after the fight? I was like, yeah, the day after, my fucking calves were killing me. You know what I mean? Because it was just boom. But people say, he said, you're running around. I was like, man, you can't run in 10 round fights.
It's as you were saying off camera before, because you were very clever, and I think they were very strict with you in terms of they wouldn't let you stop. Like they were shouting to you constantly, but you were doing things sort of, when he did get close, you would turn him and put him against the ropes and get off.
Like, it was more ring IQ, ring awareness, you know what I mean? So he might want to watch that back and see it himself, you know what I mean? Where, like, if I felt like, I could always get out a little roll, you know what I mean, turn, but I felt like he was coming on top and he's winging, you know what I mean? I was get close to him, boom, tie him up, turn him, you're back against the ropes, I've got the fucking old ring now, you know what I mean? But I'm going to stay with you, and we'll take it, it's like the dog now, we'll take it on a walk, come on lad. Come on, you know what I mean? And we stop when he want to stop, you know what I mean? I controlled the pace of the fight, just let him think he did. You know what I mean? And how many shots did he throw?
I know.
He must have landed 5-10% of his shots.
Yeah, a lot of them were to the
arms.
And there was a lot of desperation ones where like, he was missing by a long way. Yeah.
Do you know what brought him on in like the last couple of rounds is because he cut me with an elbow.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was a shot at first because I think going into the last round at the end of the ninth, the refs come over. He was swearing on my side, you know.
We talk about that. Yeah.
Come over. Do you know what though? It is what it is. I don't care.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Start fucking don't cry over spilt milk. You know what I mean? Fucking. But come over and he said it was a punch to cut. You know what I mean? And Steve went, it was a fucking head. You know what I mean? And he went away and I said to Steve, it was a punch because I genuinely thought it was the first shot that he threw. I've slipped, do you know what I mean? As I've slipped, I felt his glove hit me, but when I think back and I watch it back, his glove hit me, but then his elbow did.
Yeah.
I'll show you in a bit. His elbow hit me, and that was what cut me, his elbow. And when he's seen blood, it's given him that energy. It's like, I've got you here. And lad, from round 7 onwards, my eye was closing up. It was good job I had Jamie Sheldon in my corner because he's fucking quality.
I seen you had him, I was impressed.
I've had him a few times, and do you know what? He's on it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
good at the bandages, good in the corner, let the coach do his job, you know what I mean?
We have to wait and go.
You know what I mean? He's good, you know what I mean? And I like Jamie.
Yeah. He's done some huge fights, hasn't he? Like he's even
nice
in the UFC.
Person, more than anything.
Yeah.
He's a nice person.
Yeah.
Dog doesn't like him.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. But so obviously, but you know, in the fight, sort of because there is so much riding on it for you, are you thinking sort of like, right, I'm 6 up, or like I'm 7 up, 3 to go, or like, are you thinking like that, or are you in autopilot?
I was like, I haven't lost a round.
Yeah.
I've won the fight. Barring any nightmares, I've won the fight, you know what I mean? But I was entering a new territory after the because I've only done an 8 rounder, so it was round 9 and 10. I've done it in the gym, but it was valuable experience that I needed. As I said after this, I've ticked a lot of boxes.
Yeah.
But I've also got a lot more to learn. You know what I mean? And now, having that experience on a big show against a dangerous fighter over 10 rounds, I know what more to work on now. You know what I mean? I know not where I went wrong, but where I can go better. You know what I mean? Where I can dedicate myself a little bit more, or can work on just more experience. You know what I mean? It's like Like I went into that fight, a dry sponge, mate, and I come out a soaking wet one.
Yeah.
You know, I soaked it all up. You know what I mean? Took as much out of it as I possibly could. Now I bring it home to the coaches, and I'm lucky to have coaches who we can speak to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who aren't like, it's my way, the highway. It's like we'll all sit down, but what can we work on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, you say there, Luke, about like, you know, sponge, you soaked everything up. What was it yourself? I mean, I know you said you knew you could take a punch, you've never been dropped, but what can you remember a point where he caught you and you thought like, fucking hell, but then at the same time you thought, that's it, passed the test?
Yeah.
Every time he hit me.
Really, yeah.
He caught me a couple of times, and caught me the left hook. Clean. It was the same left hook that, obviously I don't speak to them, that knocked my uncle out.
Yeah.
Pat Barrett knocked my uncle out. It was the exact same shot. When I look back, I think it's the exact same shot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know my chin, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know I'm not chinny, you know what I mean? And I can take a shot, just don't need to prove it. I proved it there a little bit, you know what I mean? Just, like, you know me.
Want a feature.
For anyone who's only listening, Dogs took a big liking to Luke.
No, he's
Start of the show.
You don't deserve Dogs.
No, we don't.
He's too good.
I just think, lad, what a confidence you must have to think that, you know, you, like you say, you can box, but then he's trying to bring a fight and he does clip you and you're like, sound. I mean, what confidence that must give you, lad.
I'm a winner.
Yeah.
I'm a winner. People who... one thing, I said this to my mates, sitting there speaking, there was like, one thing I learned in that camp, and it was a big lesson for me, was I've always been a winner and I've always wanted to win. The way to get to there is, like, every night I was thinking about Rylan Charlton before I went to bed. Every morning I was thinking about Rylan Charlton. So I said, I was like, I'm glad I don't have to think about Rylan Charlton. On to the next one. But, like, in my head, every night, you'll have different scenarios how the fight's gonna go. You know what I mean? So, like, sometimes, like, is it gonna be a fucking nightmare? Is he gonna fucking clip me early on? I'm gonna have to just stand there and have it with them. And, you know what I mean? You always think worst case scenario. But I'd never accept defeat.
Yeah.
Never.
You'd always turn it around somehow. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even in my head, I like signing, you do get dropped. You know what I mean? I'm always up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm always finding a way to win.
I think one line, I think I've used it like, since the last podcast we done. You said a great line. You said something like, you know, I might fail or something, but I'll never quit.
Yeah,
You said something like,
I'll give up loads of times,
That's it,
yeah.
but I'll never quit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there'll be days where, like yesterday before, I think me and my bird have been on a bit of a high, you know what I mean? Like, we've had our baby's birthday, this, starting the other, and the fight, and all of the, and like, we just, like, you know what I mean? And like, we just give up a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, give up, you know what I mean? The next day we're happy again, you know what I mean? So not quitting.
Yeah.
On that, you got to take the good times, the bad, you got to take the
big
bad
time,
times, the good. You can't be happy without being sad, you know what I mean? So you've got to appreciate your sadness as much as your happiness.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So when it's going good, mate, you enjoy it. When it's going sad, what am I learning from it? You know what I mean? So when it's going good again, enjoy it a little bit more.
Yeah. Obviously, this was like the best point in your professional career. What was the first like? Do you remember the first time after it you were like on your own? Don't know if you're like in the changes or whatever. Was there a big relief for you, or was it just sort of?
It's funny like that. So went to the doctor's, got stitched up and all that. Blah blah blah. Went back to the changing rooms. Changing rooms are about this big belly. He was fuming. He was like, "Do you want to get out?" I was like, "Nah, that was fine. I was cool here." And so we're back in the changing room, sitting there, done the interview with IFL. They've got off. So me, Steve, and JJ are in the changing rooms. I said to them, my bear couldn't come back to the changing rooms. So I said to them, after a fight, you need sugar. It's mad. You know what I mean? You need. It's just mad, body's craving sugar, you know what I mean? So do us a favour, go and get us like a pint of Coke, you know what I mean? So JJ signed to DJ, lad, and then I was waiting for the scorecards guy to come back, lad, I was waiting in the changing rooms for half an hour on my own. Right? I remember sitting there and I was like, dry as fuck, catching flies, it's JJ and Steve, like I said to him after it, going, I was like, where have you been? He was like, wow, sorry, I was just speaking to everyone, you know what I mean? I was like, sound up, like, I get it, you know what I mean? But in the changing rooms when I was sitting there, I was just like, what I got onto more than anything, and I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way, but a lot of people were coming up to me, made up, but also surprised, you know what I mean? Where I weren't surprised. it was just another day in the office for me.
Yeah.
So I knew. And now, you know what I mean? And I do this every day. You just don't see it every day, and a lot of people were relieved. You know what I mean? And I'm made up because it shows the care, and I love seeing that, right? But it just also shows that there was also a little bit of self-doubt.
Yeah.
They doubted me a little bit. Just a little bit. They might have not knew it, but after the fight, they showing the cards. It was like, lad, you know, there's a little bit where I've always... So I weren't sitting there like... I'm not sitting there like I've done it. I've cracked it, I haven't.
Yeah,
I've just started. Level 1, done. 7 done. Now on to the next.
Yeah.
I think as well, what
I was thinking, what's next?
Yeah.
What's next now? Who's next? And what am I going to do? You know what I mean? And there's that done. You know, he's done. What's next? You know what I mean? You don't go... Liverpool didn't beat Man U the other day and go, we've cracked it.
Yeah.
What are they doing? Yeah, I'm not a big footy fan, but their mindset's good, isn't it? You know what I mean? Obviously flying, so they're like, who's next on?
Yeah.
You know, there's that, who's next?
At what point though, mate, as well? What round was in the fight when the ref docked the points?
Was it? Yeah, the last,
10th.
yeah.
But make you what, like...
Do you think that? Because I think that will have scared people as well. Again, even though you scored the fight, it was just...
Yeah,
it just marred a little bit, didn't it? To think, oh God, what the fuck's going on here? Like,
it's boxing, innit? It's fucking mad sport. It's,
I mean, I think he docked the point for holding, didn't he?
For holding,
Which and I remember it vividly because you put your arm out like an...
I was tying him up.
Yeah, it wasn't it?
I was tying him up. I was trying to slow his momentum down because he'd seen blood and he was just coming at me. He was just trying to come at me. So, and he only won that last round. I never went into the 10th round trying to win it.
No.
You know what I mean? I never went into the 10th round like, I've got to win this, I've got to stay on it. I was like, just coast it. You know, it make it as easy as possible, but he was just coming and coming, so I was like, tie him up. I felt like, from like round 6 onwards, first minute and a half of the fight, he was coming.
Yeah.
Then he'd slow down. So that's why the first minute, you watch it back, minute and a half, I'm just dancing, boom, boom, not trying to do it, and then when he'd slow down a bit, boom,
Yeah.
start catching him and finished the round, so catching was a game plan, so everything had done, you know what I mean? And his corner was shouting, screaming, he's only got the left hand. He's only got that left hand, watch it, it's coming. I was like, fuck lads, so you feel me right to you know what I mean? Bang, it's in with the right team. I was like, yeah, you didn't expect that, did you lads? You know what I mean? It was just, there's a lot happening that in the ring, that the outside, you see, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of screaming, shouting. So when you get by to his corner screaming, gets by my corner, it's DJ, he's fucking shite, man. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit, a lot of that going on, you know what I mean? So you try and blank it out, you know?
Yeah.
What was good to see, mate, it was good to see Liverpool supporting me. I felt it. You know what I mean? I felt
everyone.
Molly McCann was there screaming, Tom Stalker, Bellew. I felt proud. You know what I mean? And one thing I do hate is social media, because I feel I don't like anyone's shit. I'm out the game. You can't lose or win the game if you're not playing it. So I'm out the game. Don't get me wrong, I still post and that, but I don't go on it liking everyone's shit. Because I feel like if I like your shit and I don't like his shit, is he going to think you're on it? You know what I mean? And I hate that. Around. Yeah, I hate that. So I don't like anyone's. I'm just happy. I see people and then when I see them, I congratulate them more. Yeah. And that, I'd rather do it more. Because imagine our granddads or great granddads seeing what we were doing now. Fucking kill over, lad.
Fill us in.
So I'd rather see it, appreciate it, and then when I see you go, shake your hand, do it that way, then do it. I try and get out that game on social media and that, but when I see it, felt like Liverpool was sport, I was like, I felt proud. You know what I mean? I did. That was one thing I took away from it. I felt like even like when Stephen Smith coming over to me giving me advice, and I was like, fuck, boss that. You know what I mean? Like I genuinely appreciated the support. You know what I mean? This I just try and stay out of other people's shit. You know what I mean? Like even like I knew Beefy was going to be Fowler. You know what I mean? But years ago I used to be Fowler's mate. You know what I mean? We're not anymore. We're not close anymore. But I'm not going to be like I like Beefy and I like the Smith brothers. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to be a dog and start going, oh, Beefy's going to smash it in, or no, I know what good Fowler is as well. You know what I mean? So I just started to, give me honest opinion, but I meant what I said when they both get out the ring safe. He's got kids.
Yeah.
He's got kids. You know, at the end of the day, it's just a fucking sport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So they both
I
get
think
out safe and safe.
you 100% had support, and I think I like to sort of observe, especially at boxing, and I think Bellew, when you started, he was sat next to Eddie Hearn and he was very like, he was like this, but then I think it was round 3 or something and he was sat back like and he was like, sort of, Eddie was watching and stuff like that, but obviously Eddie watched the whole fight as well, which is a good thing, but yeah, I think body language, and in your corner as well, it was speaking volumes really. I know the cards were ridiculous.
Eddie, do you know what, I can't blame Eddie for, because do you know what it is with Eddie? I reckon he looks at me like, because I've been screaming for opportunities, so he might think I feel like I what's the word I'm looking for? I don't deserve it, but I expect it. I'm grateful for all the opportunities he's given me, but also Eddie, I know you're only giving me these opportunities because Tony's my manager.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If Tony weren't manager, I would still be on the small law shows. And I get it, I get the game, and I know why he wanted Rylan Charlton to win, because Rylan Charlton's exciting. You know what I mean? It comes in, bam, but I'm exciting. Back me a little bit, you know what I mean? Push me on, you know what I mean? Come put the cameras in our gym, see how hard we work. You know what I mean? Put me in fights that suit me, and just so I'm more. As I said, he's given me opportunities that I'm really grateful for, and I can't knock him, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, if he's promoting 2 fighters, what's he meant to do? You know what I mean? Yeah. He can't scream for me, he can't scream for him. You know what I mean? So I get the game. I get the game, and it's just a sport at the end of the day, so I'm not going to start saying yeah, fucking this and that. It's irrelevant. I'm a winner, mate. I won. You know what I mean? So who's next?
Last thing on the fight, when you heard how close the cards were, did you shit?
No, I never shit. I was when they hit 95, I was like,
Please don't.
That's strange, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, this is a feeling I've never had before as a pro. And then when he said 95, 94, I was like, well, there's not a chance he's won the fight. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's no, when he said 95, 94, I was like, there's not a chance you won this. Like, literally cannot give you. So when he said that, I was like, smart. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was like, I've won the fight, so sad. And more than people, like I've seen, like, how many people among them cards. Yeah. Like the biggest thing, people like them cards now on all.
Yeah. We were kicking off.
I haven't seen one person say anything. Just congratulations, you won the fight, fair and square, but fuck me, them cards, mate, they were a joke, right? But like, I made up the cards like that just because it gave it that extra little you know what I mean? I haven't had that feeling since I was an amateur. Do you know when you're in a hard fight against a top kid and you're at the end and you don't know the scores, you don't know anything, you're like, I've won, you know what I mean? I've won, and it's just that, because every fight is a pro. The referee was like, just leave me hand. Because I know I won, you know what I mean? It's been that simple, but with that one it was like, go on, you know what I mean? Just give it that extra little, and it's more experience. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's more experience. I enjoyed it all, mate. It was good, and who's next? You know what I mean? That's done. Yeah. It's done, it's in the past, you know what I mean? You only got as your last fight in Sam, but that was it, that's done, who's next? You know what I mean? I'm enjoying my time with my family at the minute and still training, taking over. I was saying to you before, it's hard having kids, and one thing I am lucky for is the sponsors I've got. I had Ronnie from STC for the whole camp paying me every week, and that done half take the pressure off me, you know what I mean? So I could provide for my family. I've got Steve does anything for me in the gym, who gated security. I've got John Worley from Legacy does anything for me. John Maguire from he sponsored me for years. And he sponsored me years ago, and he come back on, and mate, he's a fucking top person, John, I swear. I mentioned him on the last podcast. He's a fucking good person, mate. And then macro chef Joel did meals. I've got everything. I've got cryo clinic, you know what I mean? I've got everything. It's like the cake, we're baking the cake. I've got everything there, you know what I mean? I've got my butter.
So good, so good that's to have that support.
Yeah, and like, but you know what though, what it is, it's over years. So years ago, I used to live with me man and sister years ago, and I'd go on runs. And on runs, I'd do like 8, 9, 10 mile mad runs, you know what I mean? I'd go and think like running, like, when you're doing it yourself, when you're buying meal preps yourself, when you're working, you know, when you haven't got that support and the sponsors, you think about having them and how grateful you'd be. So when you haven't had something and you get it, you realise how grateful and how much you need it, and you don't take that shit for granted. You know what I mean? And there's not a day that goes by where I'm like well, I'm boxing at matchroom shows and Belgium. Even Belgium managing me every day. I'm like, what? I'm so grateful for the opportunities you're expecting. Like, oh, mate, I'm so grateful, and I am grateful for every little part of my team, because with having, you know yourself, having kids, mate, it's fucking hard. And without it, mate, I wouldn't be able to do it. Because at the end of the day, mate, my priorities are straight, and my priority number one, mate, is my kids, my family. No, not in this fucking world someone could give me £1 billion. No, mate, nah, my priority is my family and my kids. Then it's boxing. You know what I mean? But what I did do in this camp, and give me better due, I did change my priorities a little bit. For the whole 9 weeks, I put boxing first.
I guess you've got to, though, haven't you?
I had to. And I know that my bird understands that now. Where I said to her, just these 9 weeks, I never seen me mates. I never done it. I sacrificed my 30th birthday, 6 weeks holidays with my daughter, everything. I remember 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out from the fight. Darcy was in the room. Like, obviously going to bed and making weights and tired, up again in the morning, not slack or whatever. Darcy went, I'm bored, Dad. So when you feel it, when you're like, I'm bored, I started crying. And I just put my head in the room and said, look, kid, I said 2 weeks and you've got me for a month. Whatever you want to do, we can do. You know what I mean? So just 2 weeks. She was like, all right, sounds in the room. So you can have a 10 on Roblox. You know what I mean? Just I felt guilty. I said to me, babe, I feel guilty. She said, you've got to do it. In them camps, while you're thinking of fight, you have to be selfish. You have to put yourself first, because it's a lonely sport. I remember going to Slack, and this is the thing about Steve and JJ. They take the sack in the morning, they're in again in the afternoon with us, and they've got jobs. You know what I mean? And it weren't me winning, it was us winning. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so passionate. You know what I mean? This is like, I want to win more with them as well. You know what I mean? Because I know it's a team win. You know what I mean? And Kirkdale's fucking such a good club. Yeah. And when we're going to Slack, like, say I've done 800 metres. So when like the lads they do 4 or 6, so it's on my last 4 and I'm on my own. Steve was saying, I'll get someone with you each lap. Running around, I was like, nah. So I need to be on my own. So because in that ring I'm on my own, and I need to find a way to push it. Yeah. So if I've got someone there pushing me, I haven't got anyone there in the ring pushing me. You know what I mean? I need to, and that's the kind of mindset I've got, because I like doing shit off my own back, because I'm proud then of myself. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I get the helps there and I appreciate it, but I want to go on my own. You know what I mean? Some things you have to do on your
mindset again, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you're so right, because it is a selfish, you know, you have to be selfish, but the position you're in now, you know, I'm not saying you've made loads of money from one fight, but you're now in a position, as we're talking about what's next, where, you know, bigger fights could, you know, be on the horizon.
I'm in a great position. You know what I mean? I'm in a position that I've always wanted. Mate, it's mad. You can ask me, mate, Craig, this, right? I swear to God. So last year, was it last year? About a year ago, January, December, a notepad, and I wrote in it. This is where I started just obsessing over boxing. I started losing the plot over it because it weren't happening, you know what I mean? And I wrote down, it's mad. It weren't fully right, but it was right. I just wrote down, because me and Craig, he's big on manifestation and like law of attraction and shit like that. And he was saying to me for weeks, like, write it down, start writing stuff down. And just on my own in ours, one day I was like, I want to write something down, you know what I believe in, you know what I mean? So I put 6 rounds win on a matchroom card, and then win British title on a matchroom card. And it weren't masterclass. You know, I'll send you a picture when I get him. Put in ours in a notebook. And look, I had the British title limit. I'd done a 6 rounds in Barca, and then I had the British title eliminator. Both on matchroom. I know it's not, but it's kind of there, you know what I mean? And it just gave me that little kick the arse. Like, you do manifest shit. Yeah. It's weird. You genuinely believe that you're going to do something, and you're going down the right roads, you're going to do.
You only have to look back at the episode we done when we did it, and you know, you were talking about, I just want a break. When I get the break, I'm not going to let it, you know, I'm going to take it. You know, when you were talking about, you even mentioned the boxer and the fighter stuff. All of that stuff slowly coming out into the point now where obviously you've had that big win. And as you said, it's what's next. Have you got any sort of inclination of what's next?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to say I don't care, because I do care. I care about the sport and I care, but I'm not asked to do a fight.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of these lightweights. I'm just genuinely not. Take that how you want it. I'm just not. Don't scare me. It's a fucking fight. As I said always, I've had harder things happen to me in my life than a fucking fight. I enjoyed that shit. You know what I mean? It's just the leading up to it, the 10-week camps, sacrifices that I have to make that I don't enjoy.
Yeah.
Who's going to enjoy not seeing the kids and not spending time with the kids and having to do shit? But I seen a saying the other day, and it was like, first you have to get comfortable with what you hate to get comfortable with what you love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I get it, you know what I mean? Getting comfortable with that shit is hard, because in the end there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
When I get that now, and I know going into my next camp, a bit more experience, you know what I mean? And I don't care who I fight. I just as long as I'm there now, yeah. Who's there? You know, I couldn't even fucking see me. You know what I mean? As long as I get there or there, something's going up, something's climbing a ladder, then I'm happy with that.
The thing is, with the Eliminator, you're now on the edge of, you know, anyone within the top 10 of...
I think I'm ranked in the lightweights 9th in Britain. So, but BoxX, no, it's just a site.
Yeah, it's not official, is it?
It's not official, but it's where everyone goes to see what's what. So, as I said, it's all irrelevant, you know what I mean? The funny thing is with boxing is, you can be signing on a doll one day and you'll be fucking world champion the next, mate, you know what I mean? Anything can happen.
Or at the same time sometimes.
Exactly. Anything can happen in boxing, so this is why my team's always alive. Until I'm 35, mate, I won't stop. I've got 5 years left in the sport, and I won't stop dreaming that dream. And I said, I've never come out and disrespected the sport and said, I'm going to be world champion, and I believe I can.
Yeah.
But everything's got to fit, you know what I mean? You got to have the right promoter.
Yeah.
Your face has got to fit. You got to have the right attitude. You got to have the right mindset. As I say, this is what I say. When the stars have got to align, they have, and everything's got to go with it. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to become that person without changing who I am. You know what I mean? Starting to mature myself a little bit more, and just and that's only because the people who I'm around. You know what I mean? I see the people who I'm around, and they're all good people, good priorities, and good morals. So I try and be that myself. Because if I look to who I am now, to who I was 6-7 years ago, even 3-4 years ago, who the fuck's he? You know what I mean? And I hope I do that in another 3-4 years and look back at who I am now. You know what I mean? And go, who's he? You know what I mean? But every day, as long as I'm getting better, you know what I mean? Tomorrow I might wake up and I'm like, fuck, I can't be arsed, like, you know? But you start again the next day.
Yeah, it's life,
you know
isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
When do you think time-wise will you be out again?
Be February, March, hopefully March. I'm going to have Christmas off with the kids. You know what I mean? You know, it's like Christmas. I love Christmas. I hate my birthdays. I hate birthdays. Just think you're getting older. You know? No one likes seeing that number going up. You know what I mean? I'm 30 now. But Christmas, I love it because everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy. You know what I mean? I just love Christmas. You know what I mean? I love sitting there with my kids playing all day, and it's just boss, innit? So I hopefully March time, so I can have Christmas off with the kids, and then to January get stuck straight into camp. But that camp that I done, I had 2 months off the gym then, for 6 weeks, 2 months off the gym, because the car park went, so that got shut down. I had to start a new job, and the job that I started, oh mate, it's just hard, you know. So you're having to get to the yard for like 7:30, you know what I mean, in the morning, and then there was times where I went finished till like 8:30 at night. Insane. And I'm working on like where was it? Past Manchester, Stockport. You know what I mean? And
fuck me, lad. Your whole work ethic and attitude, lad, is just fucking off the scale, mate.
The more I look on it, right, I'm built on survival. You know what I mean? So my mindset, like when our Darcy was born, it was just, at that time, it was me, my mum, my sister, my bird and our Darcy, and we never had a fucking pot of pissing. Look, we never had a pot of pissing, and my mindset then was like, before that, not then, but before that, I was like, I'm not fucking working for someone for £200-300 a week, you know what I mean? I'm not a divvy, you know what I mean? That was the knobhead in me, you know what I mean? And then, I remember I got a job, and it was, when I first got it was, because we were struggling so much, so there were times where we just couldn't even afford the lecky, you know what I mean? So when I remember I got a job for like $250 a week, and it was just, I remember saying to my bird, it was like, well, you know where our feel's coming from, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, me and my bird say this all the time, our Robin now lives a completely different life to our Darcy.
Yeah.
And our Darcy's 10, our Robin's 2, and like, the shit she gets for the birthdays and Christmases and that, you know what I mean, to what our Darcy got, you know what I mean, but like, that's what I'm instinctively survival, so I don't mind, I'll work 18 hours a day, as long as my kids are fed, you know what I mean, as long as they've got what they want, I don't care, you know what I mean, I don't care, so I've had worse things happen in my life than a fucking fight. That doesn't scare me. When I've got fucking Rylan Charlton in my face saying I'm going to knock you out like sad, lads. I'll see you Saturday, you know what I mean?
It's like relief, that.
You know what I mean? Sad, lads, sad. He's just playing into my hands. Like, he said to me, I'm not a one-stick pony, I'm going to knock you out. So it's like, you've just fucking just exposed yourself, you know what I mean? It's like, if you were not a one-stick pony, why aren't you going to say you're going to school me? You know what I mean? Or you're going to beat me over fucking 10-9?
Yeah.
It is, but as I said, that's when I am a more winner and I'm a survivor. That's who I feel like I am. Other people might not like me, you know? I don't care.
No.
They don't know me, you know what I mean? And like, I used to, when I was years ago, you understand yourself a lot more when, like, I used to hate a lot of people. Like, sit back now and think, like, why did I used to hate you? I don't even know you. You know? And like, yeah, I might not like some things you do, and you might like some things too, but then I could also respect some things you do. You might be a boss dad or a boss mum to your kids. You might look after your mum and dad, or just, I don't know you, so how can I hate? I'm just, do you know why it was like that? Because I hated myself. And I hated everything that was, no way I hated myself, but I hated the way my life was going. So you start projecting on other people and looking for something to blame, you know what I mean? When that's just not the way, you know what I mean? And you see it a lot nowadays. That's why when people hate me, I've seen loads of shit on fucking... That's why I don't get involved in it anymore. Because it's irrelevant. When people hate me, I'm just like, what? Hate yourself. You know?
It's energy, like you said, isn't it?
No one who's happy goes out the way.
Yeah, I seen something like that. It said, no one who's happy and successful within themselves will ever fucking hate on anyone else.
They won't. You know? They won't. Because I'm not even successful. From where I've come from, I feel like I've got myself out of the shit. I've changed my ways, changed my life. Like, I feel like, the more I think about it now, like, my mum and dad addicted to drugs, you know what I mean? And workers, and the road I could have went down was bad, you know what I mean? My ma turned the life around a bit, you know what I mean? My dad never, I don't speak to any of them, you know what I mean? Not to do with them, but the life I could have chose. So the way I am now, I say to people, well, I should be fucking... baguette, you know, on the streets, but I'm not, you know what I mean? But that's just all self-belief in me. I've had my sister and my brother for that. I don't speak to them still, but they were my mum and dad, they were my role models when I was a kid. It was like, brush your teeth in the morning, you know what I mean? Because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be fucking brushing my teeth or anything, you know what I mean? So, little things like that, but...
I think all the things that when we speak more and more to you, lad, I always feel a bit sorry for your opponents, lad, because I think they're getting into a ring with someone who, like you said, is...
They don't know it.
Yeah, like, you've got this fire, this desire, this work, this attitude, and you're very skilled at what you do.
I'm good.
It's like, fucking hell,
one thing
man.
I do believe in myself is boxing. Like, I don't... Like, people say to me, like... That's why I don't get nervous when I'm in the ring, because I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? If you give me an essay or something like that to do, and say, like, you've got to do an essay on military, something like, you know what you're doing, you wouldn't get nervous over that, would you? Hey, because you know what you're doing, don't you? You're like, sound like, no, this inside out, sound, don't worry about it, I'll do it in 2 seconds. You give it to me, I'll be like, shit, myself here, mate, what do I write? Because I don't know what I'm doing, you know? So, it's probably the same as you. If I said to you, get in the ring, you'd be like,
no thanks.
You know what I mean? It's horses for courses, mate.
Yeah,
Everyone's got the...
It's that formidable mindset as well.
Yeah. And one thing I do believe in myself is when I get in the ring, it's not like, there's a time and a place to have an ego. I haven't got an ego. Do you know what? Like, last night my daughter played in a Philharmonic in in it with that collabro.
Yeah.
Lad, I was just dead proud. You know, I was more proud there than I was on my fight, because that's expected of me. I do that shit every day. It was just like, just made up for it. And then when we got off, we were in the, got in the car, and I'm not going to name the gaff, but it was there, like sort of posh gaff. Some homeless fellas come up to me. He's like, sorry to fucking, I hate this as well. I'm not saying it because I'm on camera or anything like that. This is just an example of the way the world's going. He's like, lad, please, can you go and get us a coffee? And I was like, yeah, quick, lad. And I've only had my card on me, so when I went to my bed, I was like, look, I can't go in there. He said, just give me any change on. He was begging me father. I was like, son. I said, yeah, lad. And I watched him go up to the gaff to get a coffee, and he was like, nah, I'm not coming in. Do you mean, like, what the fuck is the world come to, mate? You know what I mean? You can't even
walk in.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Just because the way he's dressed. That's all it is. But I bet you if he had like a fucking shirt and a pair of jeans on, and it's fucking, that shit does my head, and you know, lads, honestly.
You're right in the way that is the way the world's going. I mean, everything's
and my babe showed me pictures. She was like telling me about someone who she knows helps the homeless, and I was like, it's like, it's boss that, you know what I mean? She was like, look, you know what I mean? I said, that's not boss. She's like, what? I said, look at that shit. There's all people around one homeless fella, you know, taking a picture. I was like, gee, what do you think he fucking feels like?
Yeah.
You know, imagine you were homeless and everyone's taking pictures, you know what I mean? Last thing you're going to want is fucking someone taking a picture of you and your fucking worst.
At your worst day, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Sitting there.
I think what people say is like, if you're helping people, then that's absolutely great, and it should be advertised, but real charity's silent in it. You know, you're not doing it because you want a picture, you know, you're not going to, it's the whole selfie giving someone a coffee in it.
Look,
like,
if you say me and you, us three now, we all went to town and started fucking giving homeless people or people in need help and start, and if you wanted to take a picture of us three.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just say, oh, we're just fucking then start. Don't go and fucking expose people who are vulnerable, mate. I don't like that. You know what I mean? Because I don't like it. It's not nice you're doing it. It's like, I watch Friends all the time. There's no such thing as a selfish good deed. It's like, oh, which one is it? You know what I mean? And it's got to be who you are. You know what I mean? You've got to want to do shit. You know what I mean?
It's relevant though.
But not for any fucking pats on the backs or attaboys or anything like that. You just do that because that's who you are. You know what I mean? So like, it's like money's people's god. You know what I mean? It's the people just real by money. I hate it because I will never let, even if I fucking become a fucking multi-millionaire or whatever, I'd never let it rule my life. And if anyone in my life wants something, if I can get them, I'll get them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just...
So we were speaking to a guy yesterday, Timo, who works at the Florrie in LA, like helping people and stuff. But what they do, what he was saying is we try to build people up. So, you know, we don't, these people who come to us for a bit of need and they come in, we don't like, you know, just give them a bag of food or like give them a handout. We come in and like we get them on the feet, let them do it themselves.
Yeah, like get them a job.
Yeah, like if they come in and they need,
in the world, to be honest, not survival. Yeah, here's food. You're all like for a night. Yeah, you're gonna be fucked tomorrow. You know, if I could help people like that and give them a leg up, I would. But I'm not in a position. I'm still fucking trying to get out the shit myself. Yeah, you know, and like this is what I say to people who are having a hard time. It's like, and they're trying to. There's so many good people in the world. That's why they're having a hard time, because they're trying to help other people and they are not helping themselves. And I say to people, you're not good to anyone else if you're not good to yourself. Sometimes you do need to be a bit selfish and put yourself first, so that you do succeed, and then you can help others. Just don't get lost in the system. Yeah. When you do succeed and you become a success, don't forget who you are and why you done it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're fucking skint and you're like sad, but you're helping everyone, you're always skint, but then you become selfish a little bit and you start succeeding, you become a success, you forgot who that person was and you start getting lost, you start living a lifestyle that's not you. You'll try to see loads of unhappy millionaires. On to the next one. I've got this watch, let's get another one. Yeah. Got this car, but I need to get the new one. Got this house, but I need to get this one.
I like how these chats, lad, they get deep, lad, don't they, lads?
Yeah, that's what it's all about. But
I'm a deep person, you know what I mean? This is what I used to be half not ashamed of it, but I died it away. But I don't care, because that's who I am. You know what I mean? Like I'm not ashamed of who I am. You know what I mean? And I've like, this is what people, I wear my heart on my sleeve. You either like me or you hate me. I'm not ass. You know what I mean? But I'm not trying to make anyone's life harder. You know what I mean? If I can make someone's life easier,
Yeah.
I will, you know what I mean? I'm not going to fucking put it all over social media and go, look at me, you know what I mean? Like, someone say fucking well done to me, you know what I mean? I don't need that, you know what I mean? Like,
I think that's a good, like, obviously, going back to boxing, that's a good mindset to have, because everything that you're saying is, you know, relative to your performance, because you're not doing things to be like, you know, you're not on matchroom shows, but like saying to everyone, you know, look, see how hard I am, do you know what I mean? You were like, you got to a matchroom show and you're like, this is me, like whether Eddie says to me, you know, here's a 5-fight deal or not, I'm going in there and I'm just going to be me. I'm not
for that deal, like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But I mean, if you went in there and tried to be someone you're not, and you're shouting at press conferences and all that stuff,
mate. I'm not a liar. I used to be. I used to lie a lot. You know what I mean? I didn't even know about me lying until I look in the mirror and go, wow, you're a fucking Billy bullshit, you lad. You know what I mean? I used to pretend like I've always been a good dad, but I've always, like years ago, pretend that I was a better dad than what I was. Until I started being a good dad.
I think being honest with yourself's a big thing, but it only comes with age, I think.
Yeah. Experience.
Yeah.
You could be a 40-year-old inexperienced knobhead, you know what I mean? Or you could be 25-year-old experienced, mature lad, you know what I mean? It's all life experience.
100%.
You know what I mean? What did we say last time we were on here? The University of Life or something like that, wasn't it? That's what it is, lads, you know what I mean? It's how you take them experiences, though. Either make you bitter or they make you better.
Yeah,
100%. That's how you look in the mirror at yourself, mate, and that's all I've done. Every day I look in the mirror, so I do try and make myself better subconsciously. I'm always trying to improve. It was like this morning, I said to Steve, I said I'm going to have a day off the gym. Just fucking sort my shit out and that, and he was like, "Sad, no worries, I'm not fighting for another couple of months anyway." Woke up this morning, I was lying there, I was like, go on, run. You know what I mean? Like, I can. Why are you going to run? Because I can, and it's going to make me better. You know what I mean? And I love running. Running's like me medicine, mate. That's boxing's like me medicine. It's like me. It cures me. I don't care who you are. Everyone's got mental health. It's a big thing now. You know what I mean? 20 years ago, it wasn't anything. Yeah. But now social media is here and everyone's suffering. It's a big thing, and so we've got to get involved with it. Don't abuse it. You know what I mean? But everyone's got mental health. Yeah. You have. I have. Everyone's got the weak moments where, like, and the insecurities as well. But we've all got to stick together on them. You know what I mean? You're all going to point someone out because they've got insecurities and the mental health. When you see someone getting worse and worse, it's like my daughter. She was fucking screaming and shouting. She's got a proper attitude, you know what I mean? I love her. She's looking great, and she needs talking to, not shouting her. You know what I mean? Because that's what I needed when I was a kid. You know what I mean? I need someone to sit down and talk to me and understand me, than shout at me. You know what I mean? And only over the past fucking year or so I've understood that with our Darcy. You know what I mean? I'm like, you just need someone to talk to and get your shit off your chest. You know what I mean? Not shouting at, why are you doing this? You're not doing that. I was saying to her, I couldn't do the day. I was like, just tell me what's up. I said, I'm not asking you to be perfect. I said, because am I perfect? She was like, no. I said, is your mum perfect? She was like, no. I said, Robin perfect? No one's perfect. I said, but everyone will always get better and be a better person every day. I'm trying to teach him. Do you know what? She's gonna be someone here, mate, I'm telling you. I don't know what it is, mate. I'm like, oh, this is still going in the bar for 15 years. I'm going back and going, told you. One of those is cracked. My main priority is just to give them a life, a normal life. Whatever normal is, don't know what the fuck normal is. No. But a life where they grow up with the fucking mum and dad loving each other and the siblings around each other. That's my goal. You know what I mean? As I said last time, my goal is not to be world champion. My goal is to succeed for my family. My success is my family. You know what I mean? And to get that success is obviously become world champion. You know what I mean? And what comes with world champion? Money. What comes with money? Security. You know what I mean? And that's what I want to secure my family. So
you said you're in a good position, and you are really, because now we're entering this thing where there's promoters like left, right and centre. Obviously Eddie's moved with the zone, but then you have got like the likes of Sky and sort of BT Sport and all that stuff. Do you see that in the near future of like...
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
Anything's possible. I'm not going to go right. Matching have been good to him.
Yeah.
So why am I going to turn around and say, oh, I want to go on Sky Sports or I want to go on BT Sports or whatever? Matching have been good to me. They've given me opportunities that they didn't have to. They could have turned around to Tony and been like, nah, what's Tony going to do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I also know that they've given me opportunities because of Tony. And Tony's believed in me. So, and that's Tony's platform as well. You know what I mean? So I want to support his platform, and then That's what I say to Tony. I thank him all the time, you know what I mean? I do thank him and he goes, that's not me doing the work at you. I said, but I won't be able to do the work if it weren't for you. You know, that's what I'm trying to get to you. You know what I mean? You're giving me the opportunity to do the work. Like, I thank Stiach and JJ and Davy. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do the work, you know what I mean? But Tony's putting a platform there to have work to do. It's like me saying to you, write your name now, be under a fucking pen. Someone provided me the pen, you know what I mean? So I've got to thank him for providing me something to work for, you know what I mean? But he's so humble, mate. He's a good person,
nice
mate.
fella,
He's just a good person, and people need to be like that more, you know what I mean? Like, just give back. And that's what he wants to do. He's not a greedy person, he's giving back, and he's helping people come up, and I see that, you know what I mean? And that's what I want to be then, you know what I mean? Because you see...
It's great to aspire to be like that, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's like, that's who you are as a person, though. I love as much, because I've been helped. I've had people help me, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I've had people come up and help me, you know what I mean? And that, what it done to me, I noticed it because I've had no help before. I've been sitting there stuck thinking, who can I lend a one enough to pay that bill? You know what I mean? How do I get through the next day? What am I going to do? You know what I mean? Just lost, thinking I have no family to go to or anything. We're all on our own, you know what I mean? Me and the girls was like, what the fuck am I going to do? Then I've had the help. And I realised how important it is to have someone help you. And I want to be that person. I don't want a pat on the back for it. I just want to help change someone's life. And if my family's secure and I'm secure to a point where we can help people, I will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But my priorities are state. I won't go out helping people when my family are around from struggling, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, my first and foremost, like, my family's number one. And if I can get myself in a position to help people, I will. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people struggling out there, mate. There is. And people are ashamed now because they don't want to look like, I'm struggling, you know what I mean? And because everything's fucking fake, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. But like the next sort of 2-3 years, obviously now, you know, you've hit the sort of you've performed on the TV shows and that. The plan's to stay at that level.
TV though, I need to get on the TV slots, you know. But even Eddie said at the press conference, he said everyone's fuming that this fight is not on.
Yeah, it should have been
slots. And
yeah.
It is what it is. People might think I'm a boring fighter. I've seen a couple of people say, "Oh, he's a boring fighter," and that. Sorry, mate, I'm a fucking winner, though. You know what I mean? You're a loser sitting there complaining about someone else on social media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a fucking winner. Right, so that's what you want to get at this time. But go and fucking get out, mate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't do that. I see some... It's like yesterday, I seen someone fucking gluing themselves to the floor. You know what I mean?
Oh, what, the protesters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? But I don't know them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know them. I'm not going to go on social media and terrorise them because that's not me.
There's got to be a reason.
This is just something behind that. I don't get it, you know what I mean? Why would you glue yourself to the floor, mate? You know what I mean? But I'm not going to go on there and start saying, stupid cunts, you're fucking... I don't get it.
Do you know what I love about these things? Like, we speaking about the fight, the intricacies of boxing, and then, like, because we always think about, like, what we're going to put for the headline description. Now we're talking about you were glued.
Why the fuck?
That's why you'll have a part 2, part 3, part 4, me. Because, honestly, I'd love to chat up.
There's just lots of make the shit I see and I go.
I think, though, like, that's why people like you, though, I think, because I know that, you know, that's why people have support you along the way, like, Luke, because not only you're a fantastic boxer, but I think you're just honest, lad. You know,
I am. The one thing is, I'm brutal and too honest sometimes. You know what I mean? Where sometimes I might watch this back and go. Do you know what? Because the thing is, with success, I'm not saying I'm a success, but as you move on in life and as you climb the ladder, if people aren't hating you, you're not succeeding. Because I get that. Because I've been that person down there. I'm the biggest hater, but in my head I was like, you know what I mean?
That should be me.
I get it, because to understand that person, you have to be that person. And I've been, not a hater, but I've hated people succeeding because I've hated myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the way my life was going. So I get why you're hating, because you hate your life and you hate yourself. But come and see me, you know what I mean? Come and see me, we'll have a coffee, we'll have a conversation. I guarantee at the end of the conversation, you walk out and you don't hate me anymore. And if you do, then sad. You know what I mean? But you haven't... This way some people say, oh, you're deep on that and sad, but you need to go deep. You need to go and search inside yourself, you know, and find out who you are. You know what I mean? I'm not all about spirituality and all that madness, you know what I mean? It's go on the beach and do fucking, you know, I don't do that. That's not me. If you want to do that and that makes you happy, fucking sign them all for it. That's not me, you know what I mean? If I want to go to the beach, I'll take my daughter to the beach, on the walk along the beach, I'm not going to go fucking pray on the beach or whatever. You know what I mean? It is what it is, and everyone's got them. There's a method to everyone's madness, you know what I mean? The method to my madness is boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My church is boxing. Everything's boxing. When I feel my best, it's boxing.
Yeah, everyone has an outlet, 100%.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's where I get everything from. Boxing. I love it. And my family, my daughters, mate, honestly, like, you know yourself, I can't love my little kid. I look at them every day and think, I'm the fucking luckiest man in the world. Honestly, and you usually don't understand that because you're kids. And you don't understand that as little girls as well, you know what I mean? It's just, you look at them and watch her, Robin, the other day, we were in the caravan, I was watching it for about half an hour, just trying to be in her head, and she was climbing on the chair, getting a slot, or them little, the things that you put your table on, what they call your plate on, just putting it over there, just thinking, you're having fucking great, you're fucking boss, aren't you? Just boss, aren't you? They're so innocent, you know what I mean? It's just, I'm just, I sort of say, like, me being a dad to them girls is best title I'll ever have. Ever. You can give me the fucking WBC Undisputed Big Magazine, fucking Billy bullshit title, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't care. I would never swap it for me.
I think that's why you'll continue to have success, because you've got an ulterior drive. You know, you're not there because I know you do want to earn money and that, but you're not there because you're like, right, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be famous, I want to be, in the Hall of Fame. You're there because like you want to provide something for your family, and I think I'll never have that ego where it's like, I'm not. I've always knew my worth. You know, this is why I've left certain situations, because I've been like, this is not me. You know, not about the money or anything like that. It's about, where's this going? You know, where's this taking me to? Because I'm not liking where it's going. Not money. I might be getting money or whatever, but like a job, you know what I mean? You can go do a job, someone says, $5,000 a week, but the job makes you miserable. Some people accept that because they're getting $5,000 a week. That was me. I'd rather be happy and skint. You know what I mean? 100%. So I'd rather let my kids have a nappy dad, you know what I mean? Who buys them a pair of fucking Fila trainees instead of a pair of Balenciagas, you know what I mean? Kids will be made up. Exactly. That's the beauty of the minute. But mate, honestly, I mean, been great catching up. You'll probably be a podcast superstar after this one. I think everyone will be on you to try and get you on. I've got a lot of fucking haters as well. You know what? Haters all fucking skin off a duck's back, mate. He's going to all come and have a coffee with me. Come and have a coffee with me, we'll have a talk. But as I said, people will love me, people will like me. I don't care. As long as my fucking family loves me, mate, and you have me back on, mate.
Yeah, mate. I'm made up, lad. Thanks for coming back on, lad. And again, I'm sure with the success you got coming, lad, it'll both be... Well,
hopefully next time, mate. I'm here. I'm a fucking nice British title there.
Yeah. Oh, lad. You know what I mean? Please, lads. Please bring it in, lads.
We will have a nice British title.
Wherever you fight next, lad, we'll be there anyway. So
put it on the dog.
Keep them happy.
But yeah, superstar, mate.
Boss.
Thanks, lad. Love it. He's having me up, please. It's like...